Hola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold on 1 second, guys. Wouldn't be a Wednesday. Hump day happenings if I wasn't having technical difficulties. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let me check my project cam. Right before it was time to go live, she said, who going live? Who going live? Now she want to act right. She acting up. She done left how the heck the phone then left it then left the chat on its own. Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome to Hump Day Happenings. How's everybody doing? It is New Year's Eve. I am trying to be in as upbeat a spirit as possible. Anybody that's been following me for quite a while, the holidays are always difficult. If you watch my Christmas premiere, I told you guys why. I lost a lot of family members on Christmas Day. The unfortunate part is we still go on to enjoy the holidays. No issues, no worries there. But last year, 1 year ago, was really the last day that I felt strong. My brother passed away on the 1st last year, and we were close. Again, if you have followed me for a while, you definitely have heard the antics and the tales that I have shared, helping out him, his family, and things like that. And obviously, I was on a healing and recovery journey because I had a mild stroke the day before my birthday last year. So a lot came on me all at once. It is now 1 year later. It's New Year's Eve. And obviously, we always look forward to what the future may hold. So I'm definitely looking forward to a bright and positive, upbeat 2026. Hopefully you guys will be along for the journey. I zombied it through 2025, and so I'm hoping to be more connected, more aware, more mindful. One of the things that I did different coming into the latter portion of 2025, I took it back. We went back to the old days when we first got in touch with the craft of diamond painting. And one of the things that brought me so much joy was just reliving some of those canvases that we used to purchase, the headache and the frustration behind the Drillmageddon. I'm sure if you're new, you still have heard about the woes of Drillmageddon. So I took it back and I garnered a new fervor and a new appreciation for the art in and of itself. So that's what we are here. We are going to be kicking it off to Blinging in the New Year. That is a series that it really became near and dear to my heart. It was thought up from J. Rob. You guys know her, DP Addiction Adventures. She is one of my sisters. We are bonded through, obviously behind the scenes. She definitely is someone who was instrumental in helping me make my way back. And one of the things that I used to do a lot of, I love bling. I love like adding a little sparkle and embellishments to canvases. I love landscapes, and so my embellishment may look different than other people's embellishment because I was always challenging myself with the just trying to make water look wet, trying to show breeze through like tree leaves and things like that. I used to love to kind of challenge myself with those types of customizations and things. But, our artistry and our creativity, it grows. And because my artistry grew, some of the things that I went on to, want to do a little bit more of is Project Cam has entered the studio. So a little, some more of the stuff I want to get, to do new and different things, to look at architecture, to look at, portraits, people, hair, makeup, things like that. I was not good at any of that. I had, developed my little system where I was switching in sparklers, I was switching in crystals. Those added a nice effect in between flowers and leaves. Crystals, would help low lights when it came to water. And then sparklers, a whole new bubbles came along and they added, nice frothy looking foam to watercress and things. So just having a good time, because these are 2D images. They're two-dimensional. And because they're two-dimensional, sorry about that, I'm still trying to get the project cam up and working. The project cam is where you'll be able to see what I'm working on. In the meantime, let me go ahead and show that. But just trying to do new and different things. So kicking off Blinging in the New Year, the canvas that I have is going to be called Love Imbued. I'm going to be bringing in a photo of it. I was trying to show the actual canvas, but this will do. This will definitely do. Let me see if I can put it in let's see if I can do this. There we go. So Love Imbued by Mickey Bergman. I got this off the Captured by Radiance. They are going to be our canvas sponsor. I'm doing Love Imbued. Tima of DP with sparklers, she's doing Love Imbued. And then my sister J-Rob, she's going to be working on Heart on Sleeve. Also, same author or artist. And also by Captured by Radiance. So if you guys are ready to get started blinging on canvases and you have not selected your canvas yet, obviously, we're going to refer you over to Captured by Radiance. And you'll be able to click their link just down in the description box. And then head on over and shop. Many of our canvases or their canvases can be shopped with a discount. So make sure you include the code. I believe it's Bitny, BITNY, Blinging in the New Year 26. And that will allow you to save off of, and that was for, it's not for their new releases. So that was for their pre-Thanksgiving inventory. So you'll see if it doesn't allow the disc code to kick in, that's a newer release. And it was released after they came up with the discount and offer to be the canvas sponsor for us. So hopefully, you guys are having a good time there, but this is the canvas that I'll be working on. Obviously, there is some obvious areas where there's going to be bling. The fairy wings, obviously the heart, the love imbued, the necklace in and of itself. So my challenge is going to be to add at least 2 changes, 2 bling out changes that will definitely allow me to be able, to compete and kind of show you guys. So I'm doing things a little bit different because even though it has landscape as a background, it's still what I would consider to be a portrait. So I'm going to kick it off, jumping over into chat saying, hello, how are you? And while I'm saying my hellos, I want you guys to pop down in the chat and let me know what's the weather like in your neck of the woods. So let's see who's all here. Garden Craft in Florida. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheryl White, Blood Raven. Hi, how are you doing? Court Kaufman, love you. Thank you for coming out. Marla, it's been a while. How you doing, Marla? Tanis, how are you today? My nuts. Mary is going to be starring on an episode of Blinging in the New Year with me. Mary, can you drop down in there the dates? I couldn't remember, so I didn't put your date in the description box. But if you provide it for me, I'll put it in. That way people can come back and they can see Mary online showing off her crafting prowess. So I'm looking forward to that. Matt says, Happy New Year, everyone. Congratulations, Matt. I was in the last live with my sister. They were acting crazy. And I know that you won the gift card. I told you. Then I tell you, stick with me and I'll find you some money. Now we finding you shopping money. There we go. Hey, cuz Tammy's in the house. She's saying Happy New Year to everyone. MCR 392, excited to join. We're excited to have you. It's going to be fun. So this ride right here officially starts next Wednesday. Because I go live on Wednesdays, New Year's Eve, I got to cheat a little bit, okay? So you guys definitely come back and join me. You are going to be able to meet up with, if you don't already know who he is, Mann Bun. Mann Bun does come on every January, kind of shows some of his creativity. He is a bling king, and he definitely, his sister, she was a makeup artist, and he was a substitute art teacher. And so he kind of meshed that experience in. He does a lot of blending. He does a lot of Disney princesses and stuff. He got 6 kids, so he's always blinging something out for one of these kids. Anyway, because he's always working on, canvases, and they're almost always Disney, cartoons, things that resonate with one of the kids. But he made one for one, and that was it. The rest of them was like, oh, do me, daddy, when am I next? You know how kids can be. So he is my resident bling king, and it's because of his creativity, his artistry, his he does some unique, things. Unique being, not all of us completely customize a diamond painting. It can be expensive, and so make sure you guys get your questions ready. I think he's going to be in on the 14th, and I think he's returning on the 28th. Last year, I think we only covered 2 canvases on that one evening that we had with him. So he offered to come back and do 2 this year. That's great. Mary's going to be on as well. She's going to be showing us some of her creativity and her prowess in blinging. And I'm going to be here with a notebook and pen, ready to steal everything. You guys join us. We started off this series. It's been quite a while, but we started off this series literally just offering small tips and things because people were so gun shy about changing out whatever they saw. And to be honest, there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rule. But when someone had a foundation or, some sort of backing on where to begin, it made it fun and it wasn't so nerve-wracking. So because of that, obviously we got a built-in following and everyone started to feel more comfortable. And now we're all adding our own little creativity to the canvases and the artwork that, is near and dear to all of us. So let's see who we have. Continuing on from there, Garden Craft says she's doing fantastic. Linda's in the house. Rhonda says, hola, Princess Tia. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? It's cold, but it's 38. Feels like 21 here in Maryland. That sounds really cold. Trying to wrap my mind around turning 48 in 25 days. Okay, well, that sounds good to me. Wrap your mind around turning 57. That would be, you'd be looking back on 48 like, oh, that was nothing. So hopefully I gave you something new to appreciate. Not that I'm 57. I just had my 30th birthday. Shh, Tammy. Shh. There is my sister. She's like, oh my God, Drillmageddon. Yeah, Drillmageddon was something that was real. So Marla says, sending hugs, love, support, and strength to you. Carry that joyful energy into 2026. There's my sister, Rebecca. Rebecca is crazy, y'all. I'm just going to say that. She crazy. And I'm pretty sure we are going to be trying to encounter another epic road trip. Hilarity will ensue. So we're trying to plan the details and things like that. Obviously, we do have a lot of fun cooped up in the car all these hours, but we're gonna try and make something happen. I am definitely trying to get them here to Vegas. My sister, J. Rob, I'm trying to get her out here. She may be first, and then I'm trying to get Joanna and Rebecca also. Can you imagine the three of us like being let loose on Vegas? I'm just saying. And when they say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I'm picturing just some things we really gonna need to leave in Vegas. For example, and you could take this directly to Joanna if she's not here, Rebecca. I picture one of us peeing on ourselves because we didn't get to the restroom in time. Just, I don't know which one, but it's three of us. Which one of us? Now, it's probably going to be between me and Joanna because Rebecca got great legs and things like that. So, Honey Bunny said I was good and didn't video bomb you. Well, you're always welcome to. I'm doing Love Imbued as well. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm telling you right now, I think it's gorgeous. So I saw Heart on Sleeve. My best friend, she did it last year. That would be Lizzie of Lizzie's World of Gems. And she enjoyed it. She really did. She talked about it a lot. I'm like, okay. But if I were picking one of his works, I would definitely pick Love Imbued. And she was like, yeah. So I looked at it and I had an opportunity to pick Heart on Sleeve. And I still went with Love Imbued. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Matt says, I have Love Imbued on its way to you. I finally found me some money, rated everyone. There you go. And he's still finding money. I told you, Matt, stick with us. We're going to find you some money. So Honey Bunny did correct it. It is Bitney 26 for 20% off. Make sure you guys head over to Captured by Radiance and enjoy yourself some shopping. Now, they are the canvas sponsor for hashtag Blinging in the New Year 26. Oh my goodness, 26. And they have some amazing canvases over there. So if you haven't picked one, or if you only have 30 by 40 area left and you're going to start with that, head on over and start shopping. You can move on and do 2, 3. Last year we had people who would finish up and they would move on to others. And following up with that, they are also the canvas sponsor for hashtag Love is in the Air. That is my collab with Lizzie of Lizzie Worlds of Gem. That starts in February. So you guys will get plenty of opportunity to use your Captured by Radiance canvases. Head on out, get out there and start shopping. Marla is laughing at Matt. Everybody must have been here when I told him, stick with us. We're going to find you some money. Honey Bunny said, so glad you can enjoy it with us. Great blessings, those business cards. Oh, Christmas cards. Mary's giving her weather. She said it's freezing, snowing, very windy. That sounds cold. Cheryl White says it's not too cold in Arizona. Tell them what the weather is. Go ahead and break some hearts. That's what we're here for. Sorry. But it was kind of cold today. I'm not going to lie. It was maybe 58, 59. My baby is sick. That's Butterfly. If you guys don't know, my beautiful Butterfly. Let me see if I can introduce Butterfly to you guys. I'm going to go ahead on and give this a try. See, that's Butterfly. And she's sick right now. I had to take her into the shop. Her battery went dead. Not only that, but it was obviously, it's the end of the year. My registration renews January 6th every year. And I had to take her in to get the oil changed, to get an emissions. And because the battery went dead, I had to jump start her to take her in to get a new battery. So she's big. She has a V8. So it's going to be costly when it comes to oil change as it is. On top of that, she just kept going, so the battery we need, I'm going to get a big truck, I like to have 800-900 cold cranking amps. I don't know why, because it doesn't get cold enough here for the battery to freeze over and things like that. But I still like to have it and things. And then I needed some other stuff, air filter. You know how that goes. They like piling stuff on. But Butterfly, she did not pass emissions when I took her to emissions. Oh, I don't know why. I was heartbroken. Like, what is going on? My baby. But they said it was because the battery was too new. It erased everything, all the old codes and censor, reports and things. So it was coming up on the report, did not register, did not register, did not register. So he told me that I need to put some miles on, 50 to 100 miles, highway miles on. So it looks like I'm heading to California tomorrow or up the mountain. It all depends. I know it snowed up there, up on Mount Charleston. So we're going to see. Y'all wish me luck. Where do you think I should go? That's the question. The next question. Should I head over to, now, Riverside, California is about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from here. It's not a long drive, and it's a big mall over there. Whittier, California is 3 hours from here. That's, where Disneyland and things like that. So there's some shopping and things like that. All the way in downtown LA, that is 3.5 hours, 3 to 3.5 hours. It depends on the traffic. So where do you guys think I should go? Mount Zion, which is up in Utah, is 2 hours from here, 2.5 hours. And then Phoenix is 4 hours. So looks like I'm going on some sort of mini road trip because I need for this to register, and me be able to pass the missions so I can get my registration. Other than that, but you guys let me know, put it in the chat. Going back, let's see. And it's 43. We're in Colorado. Feels like 36. That's not too bad. Belated birthday wishes for Mary. Mary, did you get my birthday message? I didn't check to see if you responded. Happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday this month. There you go. Now, in Florida, it's a low of 43. She's in West Palm Beach tonight. Some of the coldest temps we've had in 5 years. That's where Colorado's weather went, to Florida. Because the last couple times I was in Colorado, I didn't have a coat on. And I only bought a coat to go to Colorado. I don't even know what I want. I was trying to watch Rhonda and Rebecca and Joanna both. I'm still lost. I believe it was a gift card, Matt. I'll message you about dates. Okay, Mary. Thanks, Rebecca. Same to you. Sorry, Rhonda and Jen have my brain overstimulated. So MCR is in Renton, Washington. Oh, and she said it's cold, but she misses Florida. I hope I'm getting that where I'm assuming miss. But it could be a mister. I do have a couple of misters that come along for the ride and enjoy it. Mana says I mapped out my Blinging Tuesday live, but maybe blinging something on the fly as you go. Mary's 30th birthday also. Rebecca, so many. That's right. They all turned a big 3-0 on the 29th. They share a birthday. They birthday sisters. Tammy says, I didn't think you would remember that moment. Yes, the moment was remembered. I'm coming. Sissy says she's coming. I'm going to hold her to it. Can't wait. I wouldn't change my years until now, but I wouldn't want to go back to 30 years old. We're going to shh. There's some people in here, when we say we 3-0, they believe we 3-0. I sneeze and pee. Imagine being an Uber driver and you sneeze. That's all I'm going to say. Susan, good evening, Tia, and everyone in chat. Marla said 2 batteries. Last week, had to search those couch cushions. I'm the same. I like all the amps. Love the amps, obviously. I grew up in Connecticut, and then we moved from Mystic, Connecticut to Ohio. I don't think one place was, any worse than the other. Winter is winter, and all of them can hit below 0. So I'm used to trying to get as many cold cranking amps as possible. I love all the amps. Now here, it doesn't get nearly as cold, but I still was in there like, look, I'm going to need to put as many cold cranking amps as this puppy will take. And they said, okay, why not? $576.31. Whew. I had a shopping cart already filled. I had to look at it and like, okay. Rebecca talked about not being able to, hold fast to a no-buy. I don't think I'll be on a no-buy because y'all know me. You got a shopping addiction. But I had to, pause. I couldn't hit purchase. And I was a little upset about it because I got some good stuff in my shopping cart. Make sure, I know you guys seen, she showed you her minis, but make sure you guys head over to craftingandcrimedaily.com. What I like about her shop is, we will buy into a concept in a heartbeat. We're gonna buy the things that we can use to enjoy our crafting. There's nothing wrong with that. But the ability to customize it, which is what Blinging in the New Year is all about, being able to customize your canvas, with your own creativity, your own likes, your own dislikes and things, is what you can do when you shop craftingandcrimedaily.com. So I already have one of her cups and I do love them. It's big. And yes, it's full of iced coffee, which I needed. And that's a butterfly because she know me, her sister, and it says Princess Tia. But there was some other stuff that I wanted to get. Namely, I wanted to kind of promote Palm Pow pens, try and do a better job this past year. Please forgive me if you were someone who, had an interest in things. I just wasn't there all the way mentally. I'm doing a lot better. I feel better, and I tried. I really did. I tried, I made a lot of apologies and effort, but there were just days where I'm going to show you what I look like. This is the day that I really want to make sure you guys understand. Soon as it come in, that's me. And I spent a lot of time like that this past year, a lot. So that's Lizzie probably calling me. What are you doing? And trying to get me up and out. This is my bed, and I sleep with my squishmallows. So just making sure you guys are aware that the love was there, the effort was definitely there, and I was trying my hardest to do what I could, but I'm here. Happy. And like I said, taking it back to the beginning of, where it all started, 2017, 2018, diamond painting, going through Drillmageddon, doing these double-sided adhesives. They were at the time, like they were frustrations, but they did bring back an innocence of the crafting, part of diamond painting that I really connected to. I loved diamond painting when it first came into my and existence for me. I was so excited. I couldn't wait. I worked from home at the time. I would get off from work. Y'all remember I had that blue and turquoise lounger? When I tell you that I couldn't wait, I took a shower and I worked from home. I could have just put it on or had it on all day. But this is what it meant to me. I would take a shower, hot shower. I would get into my little, relaxing slippers. That was before I discovered Crocs. And I put on my little lounger, and I always diamond painted out in the living room so I could leave behind my workspace and my room. I wouldn't be stuck in the same room all the time. And I went to my crafting oasis, and I sat in my seat, and I would just pluck. And then I got to shop and anticipate something coming in. Obviously, it was always coming in from China at that point. And I couldn't wait. I could not wait. I remember when I got my first Diamond Art Club, it was one of them little free, you just paid the shipping and handling. That was a game changer. And that that opened up my eyes to even more, shopping and diamond painting, exuberance. And that's what I started to feel when I went back and started on my double-sided adhesive. So if you guys have a stash, an old stash, instead of throwing it out, instead of like, oh, I don't know what I was thinking, return to that. The minute that you start to feel overwhelmed, the minute you start to feel burnout, first take a break, step back, because we want you to continue to love diamond painting. It is a great way to kind of focus your thoughts, to release stress, pin up energy, things of that nature. So I think it's a good idea to kind of herald, people's stashes and things, kind of get them looking in different directions when it comes to how they shop and where they shop and what they're buying when they do shop. So for your own customization, something that, means something to you, matters to you, craftingandcrimedaily.com, you get them your artwork and you can create those tools and accessories that, help improve your mood and stuff. The only thing she don't have trays yet. Sissy, get you some trays, something that you could customize. Matt said, yeah, I've done that also and didn't realize you had to drive it a good bit before it could get emissions done. I didn't either. And I am licensed as a material damage appraiser. That means if your vehicle has been in an auto accident, I can go and appraise your vehicle and tell you how much the repair is going to be. I can do everything except suspension. That's underneath the vehicle. And then I used to do total loss also. So I still had no idea that I needed to put miles on this with the brand new battery and stuff. So she will be going somewhere. I'm looking forward to you guys telling me where I should go. And looks like a road trip. My granddaughter and grandsons were playing a video game, and the tennis racket attachment flew off the control and broke and cracked the TV screen. I had to give my daughter $300 to help buy it. Woo! Whoo, that's scary, because how many of us have played that tennis game, and I've never thought of that. And my dad used to own his own electronics store where he used to sell all kinds of video games, attachments, accessories. That never even dawned on me. Phoenix, California has rain and mudslide danger. Okay, Gail, there we go. It looks like, I'm going to Phoenix. It's going to be warmer there anyway. I did get it. I messaged you back. Great. I'm drinking Sprite mixed with blue raspberry lemonade vodka. I'm going to my sister's house. That's my beautiful Tia. Hugs. Man, I'm telling you right now, she drinking some. I get some good buzz when I'm with J Rob. We drink well. We go to this place called Horrocks. I'm glad I don't be driving when we go there. Tammy's drinking a glass of wine. Kayleen, you so beautiful. Kayleen, I'm gonna apologize again and again and again. I don't know what is going on. So I know you guys all think that it's my mental capacity, and some of it probably is, but I do have something going on with the mail. I am not sure what it is. It's not coming in, all of them. And I'm having difficulty. I definitely can't get anything picked up anymore. So I can't tell them, come. I got a bag, I used to create a box. And I would have any orders or any mail really that I had that was going out, and the mailman could pick it up. Don't apologize. It's not a problem. But I love that you thought of me. I really do. I mentioned this a week or so ago, where if somebody, thinks of me, I appreciate just being thought of, someone doing something, out of support, love, kindness, generosity. And I'm not great at sending out cards and things like that. It's not something that I ever used to do, because I'm always like, I'll show up for your event and I'll volunteer. If you need to move, I'm usually the only one that's going somewhere to help someone move. If you're doing something for the kids, I'm there, I'm volunteering. I do have my little program where I help these underprivileged kids here in my area. And so I applaud and appreciate when somebody shows me so much love and so much kindness and things. Your sister's calling, tell her I said, hey, cuz. So I definitely appreciate it. You and your kindness and thinking of me, me being included in someone that matters to you. I know that we got this standing date. When you come, we're going to go and we're going to have a good time. But thank you so very much. I still don't know what's going on. I have been down to the post office a couple of times. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I stopped the mailman specifically. He asked, He's at our mailboxes. And I'm like, you see this number right here? Nothing's coming through and you guys aren't picking anything up. I'm sending messages through here. I don't know what to do. I've come in person. He told me, I don't know what to do either. I mean, that means this not going to get resolved anytime soon. So I can only just keep apologizing and things. Yes, I'm going to see you next time I'm close. I cannot wait. So I do love that everyone's going to be coming out, hanging out, and having a good time. So I'm trying one more time so that y'all can see, because I want to show you guys which corner I'm starting at. Now, I don't kit up when they already come in kit up. So I'm going to be honest there. And the reason why that's great is because they're ready to go. They're already bagged up in baggies. That's one of the things that I do like. When they already come in baggies. I remember, Treasure Studio Arts, they came like that as well. It just meant that I didn't have to take that extra 2 hours before I got started, or 3, however long it would take to do the kit up. That is the process that I think I don't like as much. And so because I don't like it as much, I'm always good to not have to do it. I will show you guys that, we do have some great sponsors and things. I do have a list of them, other sponsors, right down in the description box. I stole that from my sister. And I definitely know that we have a couple of diamond painting trays. We definitely have the trinket trays. We have a couple of those. This one right here is from Ditsy. Now, I just got Carissa's placing an order through Carissa's Craft Corner as well. And she is somebody who has sponsored events in the past. So I definitely want to make sure that you guys can't even see because I don't have it mirrored. But this is Blinging in the New Year 2026. This is the tray that I will be using for this. That's why I'm trying to get in on the project cam because I just want you guys to see. So we're going to see. Hopefully, coming in on the project cam. We'll see. All right. So I'm still trying to get in on the project cam. And some of the things that came with, if you purchase from Ditsy's, there's some additional items that you will be, like I don't give out candy. I'm going to start trying to, make it up to you guys. I'm going to give you guys some candy and things like that. I'm not sure what this is, but I haven't opened it yet. Just the things that came with the tray. Yeah, it was a lot. Usually, I'm always expecting just the one. I'm not sure if this is I'm not sure what this is, but I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it so you guys could tell me, in case you ever bought one, what comes with it. I'm in love with the tray. It's so smooth. It's gonna. I definitely think it will be. Is this a stamper? Oh man, you done it now. It's a unicorn stamper. I'm not. And I just stamp. I'm hoping that this is a unicorn stamper, y'all. Good and well that's gonna come in handy for me. A little marker. This is cute because it's green. I'm pretty sure it's because it's green. Oh, what's this? Now don't have me eating it and it's not candy. That's what I gotta work on me. But it's a squishy. If I can't eat it, I'll find out when I bite into it. More candy. And this looks like an additional stopper for the tray itself. So lots of stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, all of this stuff all the candy gonna be gone tonight. This right here is gonna get a lot of use out of it. So I'm hoping there's a way to re-ink it. That's a good little trinket for me. A way to kind of stamp my items. I love that. I do. So my Sue. Hi, Sue. How are you? I know you're having a good holiday. It's a squishy. I was hoping it was something. You see how that's how these shoulders think, you guys. That's how these shoulders think. I'm gonna eat it, and if it's not edible, I'll know when I can't swallow it or I don't digest it. That's exactly how these shoulders think. So I'm a horrible mess at that. I'm sorry. Matt says Gronk is hosting New Year's Eve in Vegas. Stay safe out there. So I'm going to tell you honestly, I probably will not be heading out. I was thinking about, driving and things like that, but I don't work this time of the night normally. Like I definitely, because drunk people aren't fun to hang out with unless you're drunk with them. And so the few people that I have driven for, they just weren't fun people at all. I drove for a group of guys. I think I told you guys about this at one point. I drove for a group of guys. They get in. They were going to the airport. I picked them up from one of the hotels, and they needed to still go back to their hotel to get their items. They're all staying in different hotels. No problem, because they put the stops into their ride. So on the way to the first one, they start chastising the guy sitting in the middle. The guy sitting in the middle made one comment. It was the wrong comment, but he said, "Oh my God, I just want to go home and hug my kids." And one of the guys said, "You're going to go home and hug your kids with those filthy, putrid hands of yours?" And the other guy was like, "Dude, how could you? If she asked me anything, I'm not cloaking for you." I'm pretty sure y'all knew where that conversation was going. It was all the way to the first hotel, all the way to the second, all the way to the third. And then we now got to go to the airport and drop them off. And they tried their hardest. "Ma'am, nope, please don't. I don't have anything." "Ma'am, what? Nope. Finally, the middle guy, the guilty one, says, "What do you think?" And I remember saying, "I think you shouldn't come to Vegas with either one of these two again." Like, that was it. And then we were almost at the airport. You have a wall of cups? I wouldn't say a wall of cups. I have a crafting wall. And instead of those being cups, those were like holders. So I have certain things in them, like right here. These are like I'm packaging and trying to get stuff out. I'm refilling. You guys know I had a sensitivity issue this year with my hands. And so I keep checking, rechecking, checking again. I'm really mindful of that. Also the glitter, I added, there was something new for this year, just trying to refocus my mind and things like that. So I added some elements like glitter, and I used a different resin and things like that. So these right here are, samples and things that I was trying. They were great ideas and things like that. But, moving into 2026, the goal is to just get consistent. I guess that's a better way to say it. Gronk likely to just come busting in your craft room to party. That Gronk, that's somebody that I think it would be dangerous to party with, Matt, especially me. And, he's not an ugly man. Height-wise, body-wise. Whew. And I'm the type of woman, if you followed me at all and heard some stories, Butterflies Backseat, all the stories it could tell. The gentleman that did my, the guy that did my emissions test today, he was flirting very heavily. And he just kept saying, "I'd love to go for a ride in your land yacht." So I think what you mean by the backseat stories, especially here in Vegas, I believe that's where he was going with that. but it's always fun to flirt and to be flirted with. He definitely, was making my head bigger than it already is. So, but yeah, that's what you see here, Sue. Not really a wall of craft cups, but I took into consideration what you said when I first had mentioned wanting to get a pegboard, and you were saying that the pegboard, the items that I could put on it might be heavy and fall forward. So this is like me. See, I listen to you guys when you talk to me, but this is like my version of what you were saying. So to keep it from falling over, I got the floor length, 4-panel. There was a 6-panel, and I really feel like I should have got the 6-panel because this was smaller than I thought it was going to be, a little bigger, online. And then I bought the pegboard, the cups and things like that. And, I have my little items in there. So I'm trying to clean my area up a little bit. We'll get there. Obviously, you see my bags. This is my storage right now for my excess, sparklers and things like that. I think I showed you guys my regular storage bins. If my second camera was working tonight, I would have been able to show you guys this a little bit better. But one of the things that I know that we'll be revisiting is how we store our bling. So if you guys have ever seen me at a retreat, you have seen me bring my bling. These are my Harbor Freights, Matt. And so that one right there is for rounds. This one is for my squares. I do keep the excess bags. I don't know if you can see them, but I do keep some of the excess bags in there also. I don't know how I even close it at that point. So, okay, before the rest of them fall. So everything is bigger online. I'm definitely noticing that, sis. So, but the area came out nice. The area in and of itself. So as you guys can see, these are my craft drawers. Well, I better go over here. So inside each drawer, I am all set for, the particular pin that I would make. So all the items to make that pin are in a particular drawer. So as you can see. So I try to basically become more organized, because before I was doing everything in one room, my bedroom. So going into the new year, that was my goal, is to be more consistent. I have a place and a space now that I can craft. I have a dedicated diamond painting desk, and that's all I do here. So I can get up and leave my diamond painting, my drills, all of that right here, which is game changer for me because I'm used to doing everything in one room. I got to put away my diamond painting in order to be able to, play with my clay and things. So definitely game changer for me. The last part of my craft room that I really need to finish up is over there where you see the bed, or where I had the bed. That area right there is going to become more of like a lounge. So I can do crochet, cross stitch and things. Now, you guys know when I do Love is in the Air, Love is in the Air is something that you can do a diamond painting, you can color, you can cross stitch. And so I am going to be working on a diamond painting, and I'm starting obviously a cross stitch project with a few of my girlfriend, my nurse shells. And so you'll see me kind of sharing some of that as well. But when I cross stitch, I usually only do like one day and things like that, because my passion really is still diamond painting and playing with clay. What about you guys? Before we go, what other plans do you guys have this year? Obviously, my kickoff to Blinging in the New Year is talking about how you guys are going to see me. I'm going to have to get me a new, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to be able to show you guys, my work while I'm working on it also. And you guys have seen me doing that with my with the Wicked canvas that I was working on. You guys saw me doing it with all of the AliExpress. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not on the same internet. I tried to use a different internet this time, so that might be why my phone wouldn't show up or wouldn't log in. So let's see. MCR says, love the colors. I just wanted it to be bright and vibrant. Obviously, it's another space now that I can't wait to get to. Once I come in here, I'm in my zen, my mind and stuff is able to kind of focus on other things. So I'm not, maybe engrossed in, some thoughts and things that might have weighed me down before, but I am engrossed in crafting and fun and, just embracing the canvas that I have in hand, picturing myself. That's one of the things my mom said to me. One of the canvases that I made, I called it my labor of love because it was big. And it was by Liam Kelly. Me and Rebecca both worked on this canvas a few years ago, and it's huge. It's the biggest canvas I've worked on to date. And I tried some new and different things. I was blinging it out. But my mom's comment when she looks at the canvas is, that's somewhere that I really wish I could picture myself being. I want to really like enter that canvas, and I really would like to just be there in that space. That's, for me, that's amazing. That's something that I think all artists want to hear about their work when they create it. And then if you customize something to the point where it was pulling, I tried to create like a mystery forest. It looked eerie and it looked dark. My mom said it was calling to her, and looking at the canvas, she wanted to really go there. So it was great. We do this, to kind of relax our mind. That's what Jen said. I really wanted to be a winner for Blinging in the New Year. Go on a live and get special help. I'll win the next one. Well, you don't have to win on here because I don't get a lot of signups. I think we've done that in the past where, we anticipated a lot of signups and things and we didn't. So you know what? Once I find out what day Mary's going to be on, then I will have you on, because my show officially starts next Wednesday. That's going to be my show number 1. I want to show you guys the pen. Now, there are other diamond painting pens, and you'll be able to look down in our sponsors box. There are pen turners that are sponsoring the canvas and things. I just happen to be one. Tia, I have one for you, but you can always invite. Okay, thank you, sis. Obviously there's a lot of us, we're out here, and stuff. So this is the one, obviously the first few years that we were doing it. It's what J-Rob calls the OG of the Blinging in the New Year. So this is a Pom Pal pen. And just so you can see, that is all like glitter and things. So obviously that is a pen. I'm going to see like how we doing the prizes and how they're coming out. But, Pom Pal pen is a pen that you would be able to win. You will see me using it along with my tray. I think I took a picture and I showed Tima and J-Rob also. So that was kind of my setup. And then all I got to do is just kind of get started. But that's going to be where I'm at. Have you guys all started? I saw somebody say that they had sectioned off a 30 by 40 area of their canvas. And they were going to go ahead and get started and just work and show that, no matter how far they got, there was at least a 30 by 40 section of the canvas already. I thought that was genius. And I laughed so hard when I saw it. So whoever posted that, I think they were in the Facebook page. That was genius, and I loved it. So anybody, go ahead and get started. Just make sure you haven't completed more than, 30 by 40 before tomorrow. That's what you needed to have, at least a 30 by 40 area left to do. And that qualifies you. Make sure you guys fill out the registration. That's down in the description box as well. I look forward to everybody coming back, sharing their progress. You will be able to post on the Facebook page. And it looks like, we're just going to have a great event. I feel much better about the event now, than I was midway through last year. So let's make it fun. Let's bling in the new year and let's turn 2026 just into a great year full of crafting, support, and kind of, embracing what we love about diamond painting. If you guys don't, my best friend, she thinks she the head of the DPPD and she gonna be issuing tickets. So so kudos to everybody who's already signed up and registered. If you haven't, still head on over. I believe you have up until like the last week to kind of register and get in on some of the prizes. That's pretty much all that I have. Make sure you join me and Lizzie Saturday for our morning laughs. If you guys are interested, I'm going to be doing a video series because I need to start practicing whipping chats. Yep, by January 25th of 26, you guys can still register. So that gives you plenty of time to kind of decide, receive your canvas, and get involved. Start having fun and start posting. I so enjoyed this live. I'm a new follower to your channel. Can't wait to watch your other videos. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Look at my Kayleen. So Kayleen, I'm going to get with you. I'm going to give you a date. And yeah, I want you to come on. And I want you to feel left out. And we're going to talk about your suggestions because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be stealing from you also. Uh-oh, that's the 48, the big 48 for Mutt Nut. So that's a big day right there. We're going to have to remember it. Mutt Nut is someone who's been very, very supportive of the community. So I'm going to put that on my calendar, okay? Other than that, make sure you guys tune in Saturday. You probably will get a chance to see me plucking away and things like that. That's going to be on the morning laughs. Now that starts at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you guys want to come back, I do host or co-host that show with Lizzie of Lizzie's World of Gems. So you're going to see us in our DPPD, mode, having a lot of fun, having a lot of laughs, and kind of just going over and reviewing things that, made us chuckle or gave us pause for the last. We usually do that every other week. Stay tuned for that video that I have coming out. It is going to be like a whip and chat, but it is also going to be a collective where you'll be able to kind of return back to the series. I'm trying to make it interactive as well, and that should be out tomorrow. Other than that, we are all set. Thank you so very much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate everybody showing me some love and kicking off this New Year's Eve. I believe we're going to head back over to my sister and Crazy Joanna. They are going to continue into the new year. And then I think we're going to be counting down with Ditzy. So make sure that you guys kind of follow along. Keep having fun with everybody and enjoy your new year. Be safe. It's getting close for a lot of you guys. It's getting real close. I got several hours to go, almost 4 hours to go, but it's very close for some of you guys. So have a good, safe evening. Love you all. See you Saturday morning. Bye.